Welcome on my voyage of staying up late and getting stuff done. I don't even know where to begin. It's been a very crazy day. Y'all saw the platform before. See if I can get this thing to turn around now. Well, I'll just have to show you for myself. I was not told about these great structures when we were mapping out for all the instruments. I moved the organ across stage to over here, this nice little alcove. And the drum set I'm completely redoing. As you can see, I've taken all of the regular cymbals off of here, the plasticky ones, and I've redone most of the heads, at least, with clear pinstripe Remo heads, which sound really good, by the way, and the bass drum, which actually sounds more like a bass drum now. The snare I'm not doing just because I'm bringing my own snare over, and I didn't want to have to waste all the money buying a whole nother head and redoing all that stuff. But I am bringing my own cymbals from next door, which are currently in the chapel, but we have chapel service tomorrow, so I can't really finish all of that up until then. I'll be recording live from over there. I'm playing drums at least Friday morning, singing tomorrow night. Actually, yeah, still Wednesday. So yeah, tomorrow night, and then singing Sunday morning or Saturday morning, excuse me. And I also took the liberty of moving a bass amp over here. This Defender Rumble 200 watt. 200 watt with a nice watts of power. Also on the back side of it, super decked out. You got inputs and outputs there for headphones, for foot pedals, even an XLR, which I will be plugging into the system if they can use there. It's also nice when you're practicing on your own, hooking headphones, and there's an aux in there as well for putting your phone in there and playing music along with it. Over here, this nice little empty spot is where we were gonna put Brendan Taylor's amp. Ooh. But unfortunately he's not playing this weekend and he's going elsewhere. And it looks like we found the actual original plans that they were doing, which unfortunately did not include instruments, which is why it took us so long. And why I'm here till almost midnight after helping them set up this massive thing here. I then went ahead and brought, I have a rack that can fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guitars on it, which is really nice when you're doing events like this because everybody's bringing their own guitar from across the district. Of course, I brought a couple of my own just in case, and left a couple of empty slots as well over there for them. And then anybody who's playing live can just bring their guitar out, and we have stands out there for them. I also felt like cheating a little bit. Never really done something like this. We're hiding these little music stands behind these big white structures here, which actually look pretty sweet from way on out there. I still gotta finish putting the floor monitors where all they need to go, hooking everything into the system, which probably won't be finalized until tomorrow. And actually I need to get a map real quick of where they have everything, because I went and unplugged everything so they can get everything, all the big white things across stage. And it's gonna look really sweet. They've got lights up in the rafters there that they can turn on. They got red, blue, I think they got yellow or something. What else they got? But it looks super sweet once they got everything turned on. And yes, in case you can't tell, I am dead tired. I've been here all day, people. And of course, we're gonna have the minister sit over here, and this is a breakthrough minister training, so that's mainly just gonna be for the board members and who's ever speaking, which I found out we have, oh, what's his face now? I'm so tired, I forgot. Brother and Sister McGee are coming from Texas, which a lot of you know Sharon McKee. So they'll be here, and his brother starts with a C, I think, but I forgot his last name. And then we're gonna have our Nord piano right here as soon as we're done with it in chapel tomorrow. After chapel, we're bringing a whole lot of stuff over here, actually. And you also need to worry about getting, you could guitar stand for the other side there as well. So yeah, it's been a long day. An even longer after service setup. But we shall see what we can make out of it. Just gonna bring you through hooking everything together. We had one poor sap in here, and a monitor cable that just was not long enough for our specifications. I hope it's not getting a short in here. Well, I'm not the sound guy. I had to suck it all together. So, we'll probably just leave that there for David to figure out in the morning. This guy, though, take it apart. So, poor thing's only about 6 or 7 feet. So you will take care of her in a minute. Now to find what we're doing back here. Ooh, I like this. Let's take this chair here. If you go like this, we kind of sneakily hide it back in there. At the same time, taking the monitor here, setting it up. So we got a kind of sneaky behind the scenes speaker. Just to make things look even more epic. And I really like how they color coded these things. Makes it so much easier to find stuff around here. Oh, I'll see you do it again. Well, let's see what we can do. Right in the ear. Drums on one side, nose on the other. Really helps when they're mixing everything in here. To kind of everything up close and personal. Excuse me. For the drums, we're looking at running another wire from the back corner over in there, which you can't really see. We're gonna run it into in-ears for them. Not wireless in-ears, but wired in-ears, which I hate doing, but just gotta get the job done. And of course, nourishment. Also a very good thing that I brought my stash of cords. If I can look through here and find them real quick. Speaker room back in here. What I might do actually then, if we can get some more space, I'm gonna move my old. I like keeping the cases for all the drum heads I use. That way I can always have an opportunity to save them for a later date. Oh, and welcome to where I've been storing all of our electronic drum tech, which is really nice. It comes straight off. Put new heads on it. Nice and easy. Quick and simple. Gets the job done. Now it's just a matter of getting all this stuff here taken care of. We'll find a space for all this. It's likely back over here for now. Alright, let's get you boys out of here. Break it down, put Get you there. This is the little wired mic we use for the children's church. It's a little mic there, just set on a stand like this, which really helps because they're a lot smaller than the average adult, which means it's a lot easier to get a better sound quality out of them without having to make the mic work so hard and do all that screeching stuff it does. Oh, that reminds me. Take this bad boy back out for in case the drummers like to put stuff. I of course like to have my phone there if I'm gonna be running loops through a phone, or some people run it through Ableton Live through a laptop or whatever else they decide to use. And then of course also is a good place to stack your drumsticks or any other gear you're bringing back here with you. Also, when I play, I like to take my phone, keys, wallet out of my pocket, and that's really just a nice, simple way to get stuff done. Keep everything nice and organized-ish. And yes, drummers always get the cool stuff. That's why I love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's also a maze getting it out of here. But it looks really sweet. And it's gonna sound really cool too. I'm really looking forward to it. The Lord is good, y'all. Okay, well, it's almost midnight, so I, of all people, need to get home so I can get up in the morning for prayer. So I'm here a little bit before class. Had a break hour here on Thursday, so I'm just making sure everything here is all taken care of. Did some rearranging with the seats for the ministers here. Kind of angled them a little bit more because it seemed really awkward than being straight right there in front. We were gonna buy an amp stand, but for the electric guitarist, but they decided to just go old school and use a chair instead. With the mic we'll be miking their amp with. Of course, the bass amp goes directly into the system, as will the electric acoustic guitar player. And then, of course, we set up some seats here over on the side for the guitar players to sit over here. And then drums, of course, over here will be mic'd. We'll be switching out the snare. Here, actually, I'll bring my snare over, all my cymbals over. And another thing else, we'll be bringing a drum shield. Because this is going to be acoustic, it's going to be super loud. Got the bass player right here, and the organ player right over there. So we're going to be putting, I'm going to actually cut the shield in half. Do half the shield on this side for the bass player, and half the shield on that side over there for the organ player. And then I still need, oops, daisy, almost came unplugged. I still need to make sure I get more chairs back in here for musicians and singers to sit. Back in there is, I guess, what some people call the officer's mess hall, whatever. This little side sitting area for in between. Whenever they go off stage, we of course will be having the Nord set up right here. And also because of the monitor situation. We have a monitor over there for the guitarist, we have a monitor for the organ player, and a monitor for the piano player right here. The only thing we're really missing is a monitor for the drummer. Because of that, we're actually hardwiring. We have an outlet where you can plug in a 1/4-inch jack we're going to wire that as a monitor for the drummer. So the drummer is going to be using headphones. Because of that, there's not going to be a whole lot of verbal communication across the stage, which is really enabled by just using the monitors. Because of that, though, another thing I need to hook up here, I'm going to do that in a little while. As soon as I can open up the chapel, they're having a sophomore class prayer in there right now. I need a monitor, we need wiring, a talkback mic for the drummer as well. And I will be keeping you guys updated as soon as everything becomes known to me. And you guys have a good day. This might be a little while. There we are. See how this organ sounding? Something's getting drowned in there. There we are. It's a good wind that's blowing down in there. Hi, y'all. Just testing out the organ a little bit. Got everything hooked up after school today, so having all the fun in the world so far, but we'll see. A couple of the guys dropped off their gear already, so got that taken care of and out of the way. Put it to ensemble corral. And actually, for those of you that have been waiting for this day, that dumb old junky electric set has finally gone acoustic. Let's see here. Let's see if this will work. So my snare drum holds out. It's been a little iffy lately. Now to re-navigate the maze that is currently the backstage. Ooh. For those of you who have not met the Nord yet, this is her in all of her glory. Sounds beautiful, by the way. Good. A sticky key. Hopefully it won't stick when they're playing with it live. And Tim and Alex Schultz came by earlier and dropped off all their gear. Get the whole pedal board set up. It's really sweet. I think it's a Fender Telecaster. Yeah, it's Fender. It's a nice new amp too. Got the whole shebang set up with these sneaky little stands hidden back in here where nobody can see them or ever suspect them. Got chairs set up over here for them to sit down at in performance. And over here is the stockpile of all of the guitars, basses, acoustic electric guitars, and all that fun stuff. Then, I know I showed everybody a video last night, I believe, but these chairs we kind of angled more. Instead of having them straight now, they're at an angle. Tested a lot of stuff earlier, so I'm pretty sure everything's working alright. Welcome to my journey. Please subscribe and like. And God bless you.
Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory to the God of Israel. Glory, glory, hallelujah. All the earth will sing your great God. We won't stop till the whole world knows. We won't stop till the whole world knows. We won't stop till the whole world knows you're a great God, a great God. Oh, we won't stop till the whole world knows. We won't stop till the whole world knows. We won't stop till the whole world knows that you're a great God, great God. Oh, we won't stop till the whole world knows. We won't stop till the whole world knows. We won't stop till the whole world knows that you're a great God, a great God. Oh, yeah, and then you're just gonna hold on.
What am I smiling for?
My video taping is
Oh, okay.
making like a vlog of the whole weekend. I got videos all the way through me on the stage and everything. Like,
I just had to give him those awkward.
all the awkward smiles. There you go. That's how you do it.
Yeah, let's not speed up at all. Okay, here. Okay. So it's just going back.
Finish with those enters from camp now. Smile, baby.
We won't stop till the whole
Our
world
video, by the
knows.
way.
Stop till the whole world knows that you're a great God, great God. Oh,
Where did the reed run off to?
I do not know.
We are losing musicians.